I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. Hello everyone, welcome back to Season 3 of the Eyes Test, the Rayo Vallecano save, with me, Ringo FM. 11 episodes into the third season, consistent views, likes on the video. I'm very, very happy about it, so thank you all very much for liking, for sharing, for coming along for the ride. But yeah, there's been a few things have happened, and mostly my fault. I did mention I've never managed in Spain before, and I did the stupidest thing you can do when you move into a league that you don't manage in normally, and I didn't keep track of the registration rules, which meant a few things have happened, the last of which was signing a 38-year-old free agent, Luis Suarez, who, do you know what? 6.94, one goal. He's been alright, you know. But yeah, so basically I didn't keep track of the registration rulings. For those who don't know, in Spain there is a registration rule that EU players under the age of 18 don't have to be registered, so that's fine. We've got a few players in the round. Players registered with the first team can't play for a lower team, which is like your B teams and whatnot. And players signed on free transfers can be registered at any time, which is a good thing, because there are still a few decent free agents out there, and Suarez ended up being one of them. But yeah, you can see there's a maximum of 3 non-EU players, which is what this little foreign symbol is. Maximum of 23. You've got to be under your salary cap. You can see we're pretty much over it if we register anyone else. I literally feel like Joan Laporta. And a maximum squad size of 25, but you can only have 3 outfield players. 23 outfield players. Yeah, so basically a few things have happened. 1 or 2 things I wasn't necessarily happy with, but things I had to do, really. So, first of all then, we'll go down the list. Obviously, a few youth players going out here. You see most of this in the last episode, but this was the big one, and it was Taylor Harwood-Bellis having to go out on loan to Rayo Valladolid. He had signed a new contract, and then he kicked off about wanting to leave. It was really strange, but basically, he was one of the foreign players we had. We needed a striker. It's something I really need to address next season, because we don't actually have a striker that's ours. We've got Yakubu. I don't actually see him as a striker long term. But if you have a little look at Taylor Harwood-Bellis, he's got a long way before he's considered like a Spanish national player. So I thought we're going to have to get him out the door. He didn't want to go out, didn't want to transfer to him because he just signed a new contract, and the only ones who would take him on were Valladolid. So, you know what? He went out on loan there. We also got a decent loan in for Zach. He has gone down to the second tier in Spain. I think it's a good thing. He's played consistently. He's pretty much playing the full 90 minutes, 7.22 average rating. He's also picked up an assist. He's doing very, very well down there at Leganes. I'll just show you that now. Take a little look then for Leganes, 7.4, 6.7, 7, 6.8, 8.6, 7.6, 6.6, and then he did pick up an injury. It's a good loan move, I think. He's got a lot of growing to do, but he is only 21. You can see his attributes are already sort of on an incline, as his progression bar shows. A good sign, and I think in the long term, they just need to manage his injury history. And then another one of the youth players went out. He's actually got quite a high value. He's a decent little player. I did show him last time out. I'm tempted to sell him on and just get a big clause in for him. But yeah, anyway, so basically, here's where the issue started. That did show Felipe in the last video. He has now come in £4 million from Nottingham Forest. Again, it is structured. It's $1 million up front and $3 million over the course of, I think, 3 years. That would take him up to 39 years of age. But we've got a bit of an old guard at the squad now. But I think that's coincided with decent performances and a decent start to the season. But again, he's one of the foreign players, which is a bit annoying, really, because if you look at his career stats, he spent a long time at Atleti. What's his how long until Spanish nationality? Oh, it's got to be continuously, yeah. So he's always going to be a foreign player because he's not going to play that many consecutively. But again, we then, as I mentioned earlier, we then had to get like cover in other areas. So Wisdom Ame came in. He is an EU player. He is a tall right back. Obviously, he is a centre back by trade, but he's also natural out at wing back, full back. Full back support is what we play with. And he's come in. He's played a few games already. You know. He's played 4 at right back, 2 at centre back. You can see he actually performs better at right back. So Wisdom Ame is basically the backup. And we've moved one of our midfield players to right back, and I'll show you that in a second. Next in, Yusuf Chimiti from Everton. A very good player, and I'm very happy with how he started off. 5 games in total, 3 off the bench. He has scored 4 goals of next year, 3, and some very big goals as well. If we look at his form, he scored at the Nou Camp against Barcelona. 3 consecutive goals. He scored the first game of the season against Almeria. Didn't play against Girona or Levante because Luis Suarez was there. Very good signing. It's only a loan signing. There's not really an option to make it permanent. We wouldn't be able to afford him anyway. But I think this is a player we could probably get like a couple of loans in for back to back and maybe build a team around him while we try and find someone who suits what we want. But we think about what we want. Jumping reach is 17, acceleration is 14, anticipation is 13. Then everything else, he's 6'4". He's a big lad. He can header the ball. He can do a bit of everything. Complete forwards, we've been playing him as, he can change up, but complete forward I feel like works best in our tactic. So that's why he was brought in. And we also brought in Evan Gesand on loan from OGC Nice. Another player who's fairly young. His transfer value is not high, but jumping reach 15, acceleration 15, anticipation 13, everything else is finishing, dribbling, first touch. He's very technical. He's got some good player traits. He's a good advanced forward. He gets into the opposition area. He likes to beat the offside trap. He's tall. He's strong. He's fast. Again, a good loan signing, but I think a few might be thinking, well, didn't you get John Duran? And the answer is yes, we did. But have a little look. He is unregistered. I made the decision based on the coach report. I compared him with Gesand, Suarez and Chimiti. And I mean, even if you just look at what the coach and staff think, Chimiti, Gesand and even Yakubu are probably better than Duran. So essentially, I've just ruined the lad's career. I can't terminate his loan, but I'm just waiting for Unai Emery to kick off basically and just get him gone. A bit annoying because we are paying his wages, so very, very frustrating. But yeah, we had to let him go. Obviously, we couldn't register Howard Bellis, couldn't register Zach, and obviously a lot of these like under 19 players just aren't registered now. Yakubu was wanted. I did want to talk about this. He's wanted by Espanyol. You can see we've moved him out to the left-hand side. His average rating's gone up a lot higher, 6.87. I do see him long run being a left winger. We've been playing inverted winger support. I'm not keen on the inside forward role, but we have been having when Suarez comes in, he plays as a deep line forward on support because he's just not got the physical attributes to do much more. And then Yakubu plays as the inside forward on the inside. But again, it's displaces shots. He can't lose it. It's a bit frustrating. But he is wanted. He's wanted by Espanyol. It's only minor interest. But this is a player we brought in for relatively cheap, £3 million. I'm pretty sure that there's add-ons in there. But yeah, £3 million. He scored 7 goals last season. He performed well. We did struggle. We can't lie about it. Let's be completely honest. We did struggle. He was playing for Wuhan 3 times in the Chinese Super League. Never heard of them the season before. But I think if we can get anywhere near like this £5 to £6 million valuation, we need to take it because financially we've had the money come in for... Oh, I didn't realise we were over the wage budget. We've had the money come in for the league for the season, which is fine, and that's why Duran we need him to hurry up really and end the loan. But we've had the money come in, and it happens quite often. It's sort of the course of the season, it dips down, then it goes back up again, and that's just one of the problems you find with La Liga. But our training facilities have now been upgraded. They were at 12. We did get the go-ahead from the board to actually up them, and that's what we've done. We've upped the training facilities. I think that compiled with the new coaching staff for the under-19s, I think that'll probably bring a few more good youth players through to add to what we had last season. But yeah, very, very encouraging signs and an encouraging start. Notice down here as well, Roman Zobnin, the captain, has been added to the favoured personnel list. And I do want to talk about Roman Zobnin. And I want to talk about Roman Zobnin because this is how I see us. This is how I see us as our best 11. And you'll see Roman Zobnin has actually been pushed out to the right back role. It's a bit of a strange one. Busquets, I feel, we have to play Busquets as much as we can. And the idea is when Busquets starts getting a bit tired, he does only have 10 stamina, or if he is just getting overrun, he is very slow. Zobnan goes back into this role, and then Ame comes in at right back. I think long term we'll probably have Zobnan back in the defensive midfield, and Busquets maybe dropping into centre half. But we've had to play around purely because I've just been so stupid with the registrations. I honestly feel like Laporte, like an idiot. Like he has done some wonders to get Barcelona to register half of their players, and it's one of the things that I needed to look out for. Someone like this guy, Jackson Perozzo, I believe South American players only have to play 2 years straight. So it's 2 years straight to gain nationality, 730 days to gain Spanish nationality. He's got 277 days. He's got 453 days left. So I believe by the time the next season rolls round, the start of the pre-season, I think Jackson will actually class as a Spanish player, and therefore won't class as a foreign registration. But again, look, he's starting to score goals, lads. He's starting to score. He scored 2 this season. I've just been so stupid with it. It's something I'm not used to. You don't really have to do that in most of the leagues. The leagues I tend to manage in are Germany and England. I've done a lot of German saves, a lot of English saves. But yeah, so lay of the land then. I'll show you the fixtures in a moment. But John Pacheco and Gustavo Puerta have picked up a couple of injuries. It has meant Pacheco's missed a few games, but so far this season he played 5 games at left back and he picked up a 7.04 average rating. Bilbao did come back in for him with another £5 million offer. Look, it's just insulting. £10 million is release clause. If you meet his release clause, you can have him. It's as simple as that. That's just how we have to work. Yeah, it's been good. Puerta and Jota, they still apparently can't play well together. I don't agree with that, in all honesty, because Puerta, if you have a little look, games played, 6.90 average rating, 2 international appearances, and if we look at his form, he's actually scored a couple of goals. No, he hasn't. He's got the assist. He has been assisting Jota. Jota scored the goals. He's performed well, 6.90. He's done very, very well. Again, Jota, I don't think at this stage I need to talk about Jota anymore. You lot know what I think about Jota. 6.87 average rating, 2 goals. He's getting better and better and better and better. He's close to his full ability, but that's fine. If we can get this composure into 10, if it's a chance of 50-50, he gets it wrong to getting it right, that's fine by me, because he's just such a talent. And that leads us then on to the lay of the land, as I said earlier. We actually had some pre-season games. We did a little pre-season tour around London, but then we played Salford. It was really strange. We started off the season 2-2 draw with Almeria. We absolutely, and when I say battered, I mean we battered them. Look at this, 13 shots on target, 26 shots in total. A couple of really good average ratings, but they just scored like back-to-back quick efforts. It was really, 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 really annoying. And you can see from the heat map, they were trying to be compact. We were literally playing around them. A lot of the passes going into Jota and De Frutos. You can see Jota only finished 6.6, but De Frutos getting himself an assist, a clear-cut chance created as well. Yeah, it was just a shame, really. We should have won that match. They scored. They had a man sent off as well, which is even more frustrating. But they scored a counter-attack there, which Pozzo put in before Jackson Perozzo on our side managed to get an equaliser in the 95th, which I think set us up quite nicely for the season. I think it's the first time this save where we've not lost the opening game. And we took that in to a 1-0 result against Girona. Girona, another one of our bogey teams, until the back end of last season where we absolutely blew them out the water with a 6-0 victory. I'm just going to show you the goal. Oh, there's me. The football is just tremendous, and that was Aziz getting the assist there. I feel like that went too quick. But yeah, just the football was so good. This was the game we started with Luis Suarez up front, and the idea we had it in a previous video. The way we play, I feel like we need the striker to hold the ball up or drop in a little bit, and it'll allow Aziz Yakubu. It will allow. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, just Everton Football Club have just tweeted 7 partners have signed an agreement with Farhad Moshiri to acquire his full stake in Everton Football Club, which accounts to 94% of the club's shares. Oh, good heaven, I don't think that's a good thing. For those who don't know, 777, 777, they own a lot of clubs, a lot of struggling clubs, one of them being Sevilla. They never had a full ownership in any club, I believe, until Vasco da Gama, and they've pretty much got them relegated. So yeah, fun times being an Evertonian, but back to the save. So following that result, Luis Suarez again started. He started up front against Levante, scored 8.3, got himself on the score sheet. A 0-0 against Betis, followed a 3-3 against Sociedad, and I was so frustrated because we went 2-0 up really early on. And then Van Houten got one back, and then Chimiti scored, and I thought, oh, okay, this is fine. 89th to 90th. It's sod's law. John Pacheco went off injured in this game. We'd already made all the substitutes. Alvaro Fernandez was trying to cover the whole flank on his own. And the changes didn't happen quick enough, and they scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. It happened. It's an FM. And another, I believe, in my eyes, an FM result was this game against Deportivo Alaves, newly promoted Deportivo Alaves. Absolutely hammered them. And the goal that Martin Rayo scored is just silly. And don't forget, this was literally like 28 seconds on the clock. Newly promoted side. Fuck off. Yeah, former Middlesbrough man Martin Rayo absolutely hammering the ball home from about 45 yards. Their XG was 0.6, ours was 1.6. But again, I'm not concerned. Barcelona game as well. We lost because we pushed for it. I should have took the draw. Realistically, Ansu Fati gave them the lead before Yusuf Chimiti equalised. Robert Lewandowski then put them 2-1 up before Roman Zodman equalised. And I thought, you know what? It's early season. It'd be a big victory if we can beat Barcelona. So we pushed for it, and they scored 2 goals back to back. But I'm actually happy. I'm genuinely happy. It leaves us 13th in La Liga with 7 games played. We've got the game in hand against teams around us. We're on 9 points. We do have a favourable game next up against Espanyol. We're going to live-com that game, but I actually think, again, it's so easy on Football Manager to panic, and I did do that with the strikers, but it's so easy to panic and think, oh god, what am I going to do? We're going to stick with it, we're going to keep going, we're going to see how we get on against Espanyol. Sorry, I'm just reading more about this 777 partners. Apparently they've got a crowdfunding going forward for Shinoa to build a new training. Can you fucking imagine asking Everton fans to build a new training ground? Heads would fall off. Wowie. Carlos Arroyo, staff member. Nah. Forget about that. I must have done that last night. And I'm absolutely throwing episodes out. I'm playing so much Football Manager, which, do you know what? I had actually fallen out of love with it a little bit. But towards the back end, I've not really had an outright successful save. I've had a few when you could count success. I mean, Palace, I won the Europa League. Everton, I won the Premier League within like 3 seasons, but that was just signing, I was just signing some silly players. But yeah, I've doing this, talking about it, it's given me something to look forward to and a reason to play the game. So again, thank you all for the support. I really, really appreciate it. Just having a look at the match day squad here, I feel like we've actually done very well. If you look at a couple of videos back, we were talking about players on the bench. If you look now, we've only got Mario Mori, Hugo Uranga, and Claude Nkunku from the academy. I think that's a very good turnaround, in all honesty, because at one stage the whole bench was filled with youth players. Don't get me wrong, there's still a few knocking around. We've got Hadzic, you've got Ivan, who needs to be available for the under-19s. Why have I not done that before? We've got Hadzic, Ivan, Shakan, Galindo, Guay, Ryman, Calvo, and Guerra as like fringe players. But I think that's good going from us. There is still obvious quality there. Uranga, every time you look at him, I think an attribute has gone from a 9 to a 10 to an 11. What a guy. What a guy. But yeah, it's good. We've got depth. I'm still concerned that we don't actually have a proper striker of our own other than Suarez, who, if he was quicker, mate, honestly. Yeah, I don't know what to do longer on. He is only here for the year, but we may keep him around. But as I say, we've got a lot of old guard now. Zobnin, Felipe, Busquets, Suarez if he plays up front. Yeah, very good. The assistant manager was saying we should start with Gesand in this match. I'm guessing because he's quicker and he basically likes to get in behind. So I might give him the run out because he's not played an awful lot, and I feel like it's not really fair on him. You can see he's not quite fit yet. So we'll give him a run out. We'll give him a run out for this match. But the rest of the 11 stays the same. The bench it has got a couple of rotation options on there. Someone like Simone Bastoni, who has covered a few positions for us so far. No, midfield centre. I lied. He can cover a few positions. This is why we add clauses into selling people. I know the temptation is there on Football Manager to just get the money in up front, but I think when you're in a position like us, where we're a bit of a lower club, mid-table to bottom half club with not a lot of financial backing, that 100k, it pays for wages for a couple of weeks, so it's fine. Just going through opposition instructions, and Espanyol have got Jamal Lowe, the former Bournemouth, Swansea, Wigan player. That is some career trajectory from Hemel Hempstead to Hampton and Richmond to Portsmouth, Wigan, Bournemouth, Swansea, and Espanyol. That is some career trajectory, isn't it? So underway then in Espanyol. They've actually lost 3 in a row. We've lost 2, but we did play Barcelona and we took them to about the 85th minute. Yeah, I'm confident enough that we've still got more about us than most other teams in and around us. Big header by Jackson, Puerta to Jota, into Gesand. Come on, son! Oh, saved by Garcia. Nice movement from Gesand. I think he's a good rotation option with Chimiti. The highlights are thick and fast 2 minutes in as Busquets pumps one forward, cleared away. They look to counter with Jamal Lowe over the top for Carlos Perez, who has absolutely bagged one. Are you joking? He's got the pace to beat our centre-backs all day, hasn't he? Look at this run. What I'm going to do then, they dropped off too deep for me. I'm going to tell them to step up more. Wow, what a finish, by the way. Jesus. It's, twice in a couple of games we've been hit really early on with a goal, so it's something maybe to look out for going forward. Maybe we start more balanced and positive and see if that changes anything, but they're trying to find Gesand. I feel like they're dropping off. They're countering a through ball differently to how we are. But at the minute, it's working for them as De Frutos loses possession. Kristiakov. Checo's been done. He's been done easily. It's 2-0. This has happened twice in a couple of games where we've conceded two very quick goals. Wow. Okay. Where do we? Oh, Cardenas is off his line. Where do we go from here? We're doing a lower defensive line. They're absolutely destroying us at the back. Abreva with the throw. There's no one there. Oh my god, Pacheco is not performing. He is not performing. Cardenas looks long for Gesand. Kubu wins it. Puerta for Jota. Jota, what a touch! Jota! Oh, dickhead! Should be scoring that, Jota. Chance! Yakubu's effort saved. Yakubu again. Come on. Checo, make up for it. Wins a corner. That'll do. Zobnan to deliver. Oh, it's gone all the way through. It's an own goal from low. He aimed far post. Jota was in there. Who's marking the keeper? Someone stopped the keeper coming for that. Who was it? Zobnan whips it in. He's just come through a crowd of people. We did have Yakubu marking the keeper, but he actually didn't touch him. He's just come through a crowd of people and missed. We've got an immediate highlight after the goal. 3 goals in 12 minutes. Wow. Okay. Yakubu wins it. Puerta battling. Won back by Felipe de Frutos. Good player, you know. Yakubu's in. Oh. Looking at the heat maps there, number 5 is dropping off a bit more. Jota's knocked it on Jackson. Oh! What I might do is tell them to knock it into the space to let Gesang go through. Because he's got the beats offside trap and the gets into the opposition area. So we'll try that for a little bit and just see. But yeah, Kristiakov is dropping very deep compared to his central defensive partner. Rayo. Mahalo. Here's Jamal Lowe. Checo wins his header, and Busquets is being overrun, you know. I think they're just too quick for him. Long kick. Jota's underneath it. Cleared away. Battling to win it back, but they don't. Oh, De Frutos does! Jorge De Frutos! What a finish! The battling. Mahalo dallies on it. De Frutos is in. That is a fantastic strike. My word, 2-2. An action-packed first half. Really is. Here's Mahalo. God, he has to make a save. I like the fact that he lost the ball quite quickly. I'm pretty sure we did put an instruction in on him. We did. We said to trigger the press more, so that's fine. That's fine. It's worked. Opposition instructions this year work a lot better than previous years. He's going to take the corner. It's going to be headed on. Felipe needs to get there. Good tackle. Felipe doing well. Zobnan to Jota. Poor pass. They're really pressing the midfield high. I think second half we are going to bring Busquets off, put Zobnan back in the middle because he's got the legs for it more, and bring Ame out into right back. They are really targeting that middle of the pitch, aren't they? Puerta's free kick, looking for Jackson far post. Garcia has to make the save. Zobnan to deliver. He's got a good set piece on him, Zobnan. That one's headed away. Knocked back into Puerta. Now Roman Zobnan. That's a shot, isn't it? That's 100% a shot. Alright, half time then, 2-2. A lot of shots on target for us. It's a very even game. There's just a few things that definitely need changing. I don't think Ngessan's necessarily played badly, if I'm completely honest with you. I just think we need someone who can hold the ball up a little bit more. So Chimiti's going to come on as the complete forward, and we're going to take the pass into space instruction off. Puerta is playing well, Jota not so much. I don't know whether we need to drop him maybe to like a supporting Mezzala, so he's not trying to get as far forward. Maybe try and control the midfield a little bit more than we have been doing, but we will see how we go for the first 10 minutes or so. Second half underway. Wisdom Ame gets a nice early touch of the ball. Yeah, Jota's lost it again. I don't know if he's trying too much or if they're just pressing him. I can't quite tell what it is that he's not doing well with today. Pacheco wins it. Zobnan to Yakubu. Zobnan to Felipe. Where's the Mami? Big lad in the match engine as well, he's huge. Zobnan to Puerta. Puerta over the top for Yusuf Chimiti! Round the goalkeeper! It's 3-2! It's Yusuf Chimiti! Oh, I want to dance with Chimiti. I want to feel the heat with Chimiti. Yeah, I want to dance with Chimiti. With Chimiti who loves me. Pacheco needed that assist. He was playing very poorly up until that point. So 55 minutes down, it's 3-2. Ding-dong battle, as they like to call it. I think a few changes are probably in the offing. Jota's performing a little bit better now. Yakubu's struggling, so I might bring him off. Pacheco in there again. Chimiti knocks it on to Yakubu. Go on, lads. Yakubu. Round his man, and they're going to check for the penalty, but it weren't a pen. It was outside the box. Lovely flick on by Chimiti. Really good player. He's a very good player in Football Manager. Yeah, we knew it wasn't a penalty. See it from here, mate. Christ alive. Right, free kick then, which Puerta whips in. Goal kick. So we're making 3 changes then. Pacheco was not fully match fit, so we were always going to bring Laturo Valenti in. We are bringing in Hugo Uranga for Jota, who's not been up to scratch today, and Mario Mori, who I don't think you've actually seen him play on recording. I love him. He's great. Very good player. He's got a lot quicker as well, so he can definitely play in that left wing slot. So hopefully those changes are for the better. Uranga with a deep free kick, just headed away. Here's Jackson Perozzo. Zobnan. Felipe. Wisdom Ami. I mean, that is just shit, innit, Wisdom? Wisdom's your name, but you've got no common sense. Headed on by Jackson. Uranga to Zobnan. Zobnan through. Chimiti's in again! Oh, Yusuf. Puerta's going to take the corner. Jackson flicks on. It's headed away, though. Here's Wisdom. Felipe, Jackson, Valenti, and that's the end of the highlight. Again, thick and fast action. Gil, ball across the box. Chimiti battling away. Kristyankov plays it wide. More, good tackle, lad. Oh, check back in as well. Oh, a bit of sass from the boy. Valenti to Puerta. Mario Mori to Chimiti. Look at this for football. Mori. Oh, go on, son. He's still got it. Mario Mori, go on. Go on. Chimiti. Oh, we're doing such a good goal. Oh, my God. Honestly, this is why I know on face value, if you look at the results, you go, oh, okay. You know, you're losing a few more, but this brand of football that we're starting to build is fantastic. I just wish we were a bit better defensively, but we're not. Oh, good tackle. Good tackle, Puerta. They've made a few subs, so I think after this corner's come in, we're going to change up the opposition instructions, which Mahalo will take the corner, headed away, and out for another corner. Why have you done that, Felipe? Why? Mahalo, who has had a terrible game in all honesty, is about to put it 3-3. Good pen. Silly mistake from a veteran player. Do we have any subs available? No. Silly mistake from a veteran player there. I can't quite put my finger on it. I think it might be the mentality being positive. I might start dropping that down to balanced and just see, because I think now we technically got the players who you know, that suit what we need, that suit the roles, and oh my God, what a ball! Oh, I thought they'd won. They suit what we need. The players who are on in the squad and on the pitch now. I think that I think it's got to be mentality. That's the only thing I can think of that it would be as to why we're conceding so many. We're scoring a lot more. We're just conceding a lot more. So whether it's because the cohesion's down, obviously we've now got, you know, some more newer players. You've got Zobnin, who's covering right back most games. You've got Felipe as a new central defensive partner to Perozzo, and obviously he had a really good connection with Van Hecke. Connection with Van Hecke. So I think it might be mentality. I think I've just lost the game. Stop conceding shit goals. I don't think we've got enough about us to get back in this. Now, again, it's another late goal. I can only think it's mentality. That being said, I have gone very attacking, but we do need to push. It's Puerta getting ready to whip a corner in. Jackson's up off the line, Chimity! Is it going to count? I don't think it will. I hope it does. Oh, I want to dance with Chimity. I want to feel the heat with Chimity. Yeah, I want to dance with Chimity. With Chimity who loves me. We're sticking with it. We need a win. We need to break this losing/drawing streak. Felipe to the Frutos. Now Uranga. Wisdom. Ame launches a ball forward. Headed on. Morey's going to keep that in. He's quick. Morey. Puerta. Uranga! Uranga! Get in! Get in! Right, mentality's going to balanced. We're going to balanced. What? Mario Morey! That is fantastic, Mario Morey. Skins a man, finds Puerta, and Hugo Uranga has netted it. He has bagged that. What a finish. 17-year-old Hugo Uranga. Oh my god. Right. We just need to calm it down. Nice short passes. Keep the ball. Nice. Nah, there you go, Felipe. See, that's a that is the calm, composed veteran player. What a ball! Yusuf Chimity! Oh, he should have scored. Oh, he should have buried it. I'd say it's an end of game highlight, but it's too early for that. Morey's lost the ball. He's going to battle to win it back. He does love a challenge. Felipe, brilliant. Zobnin, even better. De Frutos, shite. Ami, De Frutos. Stay on side, Chimity. De Frutos with the ball. Oh, there's Valenti. Ball back across the box. Corner. Nice. Just slow it down. Take your time. Mr. Puerta, you don't need to swing this in instantly. He swung it in instantly, hasn't he? Chimity! Oh, saved by Garcia. Please be the end of game highlight. Please. No, don't do it! Oh. Block behind for a corner. That's got to be it, ref. You had a 5 on, mate. Referee. You had a 5 on. You had a 5 on. Get rid. Will you blow up? Are you taking the piss? Oh no, it's like a game of FIFA. Head of the way. Esposito smashed away by Chimity. Yes! That absolute. What's that referee's name? I want it. I want his fucking name right now. I'm gonna find out that idiot's name. So that result moves us up to 8th in the table. A very, 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 very ding-dong battle. I do really think it's the mentality, so I will switch that down to balanced. But I've got a mission before the end of this video, and I need to find out who the fucking hell that referee was. Can't bloody find it, but someone needs to let me know, because his goose is cooked. Goose is cooked, mate. So they are Frankie Rojos fans. Want a permanent deal for Yusuf Chimity? I would love a permanent deal for Yusuf Chimity, apart from the fact he's worth £35 million, so we can forget about that. So I think then, going forward, please, I mean, I'd never really pay attention to the relationship, the partnership lines. It could be that players don't like each other, they don't blend well. There's many different things it could be. I don't really pay attention to it. I'm not having that these don't play well together, because you see in the minute we put Zobin in there, this thing started ticking. Puerta got an assist, you know, it happens. I'm not having that these don't play well together either. I've seen more than enough. I don't think it's necessarily their fault. I genuinely think it's just because we're being a bit too gung-ho at the minute trying to win games. But yeah, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you very much for watching. I very thoroughly enjoyed that episode. What a performance from Mario More coming off the bench there. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time for episode 12, season 3 of the Eyes Test.
Like